Coming back, although you haven't been following the case in depth, Mr. Jagan's case in depth, where do you see this going? I mean, there's a CBI inquiry going on, and the way the CBI proceeded really fast in a matter of 2 weeks, as though this is the end of the world, having over 2,200 cases pending in court, over 10,000 cases unresolved. Where do you see this whole thing going?
If they hasten, then they'll make mistakes, then you will have an opportunity. But the fact is that the CBI is known to make big bloomers when they are forced to do something. So I'm not prejudging that, but I would say that everybody has a right to be considered innocent till proven guilty. And I don't like this atmosphere, the atmosphere the Congress creates, that whoever they think is guilty and whoever is innocent, no matter how guilty they are, is innocent.
And you continue to live on with the hope that you will get Sonia Gandhi?
I will not let go. I have never let go. I did it with Ramakrishna Hegde, brought it to a final conclusion. I did it with Jayalalitha. I've done it with so many people. Once I take up, I never let go.
You've never feared Dr. Swami? I mean,
why should I fear? Venkateswara is with me.
Venkateswara is with you?
Yes. After all, you can't do these things unless you have divine blessings. And if you do it for yourself, then God will, there won't be divine.
So do you see this as a fight between good and evil, or how do you?
I think it's a way for purification of India. India must now become a world power. It cannot become a world power unless corrupt people are brought to book.
Sonia Gandhi being prosecuted is
the most important. She's the Gangotri. I'm sorry to use the word Gangotri, but in Kali Yuga I can use it. She's Kali Yuga Gangotri. Everything emanates from her. She has got at least 100,000 crores abroad. It's not fair. She's spending $40,000 a day for maintenance of her families and relatives, for food and other things in New York just now. Who's paying for that?
Dr. Swami, can you throw some more light on the KG Basin issue?
Well, that's a question of pricing. You know, it is, after all, the people of Andhra have a right to a proper royalty, and a certain price was fixed, and the Ambanis had it. It appears to me that this is a scandalous affair. We must, and the CAG report is now coming, and I think it's a case which I will be very interested in taking up.
Lastly, Dr. Swami, you've also made allegations on Sonia Gandhi's sister.
Yes, two sisters
taking
yes.
18,000 crores each?
Yeah, in the 2G, the total kickbacks for Sonia Gandhi is 60% of 60,000 crores. And that means 36,000 crores. So she's divided between the two sisters who have deposited in Macau in China, which is probably the safest place today in the world. And these two sisters are now divorced, and they keep company in Dubai, which is against India's interests. So they are foreigners, and I don't think they should be allowed to come into India. Nowadays they are calling up officials like Pulok Chatterjee and saying do this, do this. It's all very wrong. So their sisters will also be prosecuted, in my opinion.
You get your information from, I'm sure, various sources, because you're saying it so authoritatively. I mean,
well, have I been proved wrong so far? You tell me one issue I've been proved wrong. When I first raised the 2G issue, everybody said this is all nonsense. What is he talking about? How can it be? Nobody knows this. How does he know? I proved right. The Supreme Court has upheld whatever I've said. So people want to know how I get my information. Now, I'm not going to reveal my sources. But I can tell you, as far as 2G, the first source was the private secretary of Raja. He came to this room and told me everything. His name is Ashirvadam Achari.
And he came and told you everything?
He told me everything. So there are people like that, courageous people, who don't mind, the risk to their lives and so on. So I protect them. I don't reveal them till they agree to be revealed. I've got resources, sources everywhere. I have, after all, my background is like that. I have students from Harvard who are there all over the world. They happen to be ministers in various countries. They happen to be chairman of banks, chairman of corporations. Harvard is a place like that, you see, where the best come and then they go and occupy very high positions. So I have a vast amount of sources. People think that I have no support. I can't do all this without support, but my support I keep secret. Most people keep their friends public and their enemies secret. I do the opposite. I make my enemies public and keep my friends secret.
And currently your enemies are, needless to say?
I have only 1 point program just now, Sonia Gandhi, nothing else. If Jagan is on this issue clear, he should come out
And fight.
and fight, because it is a fight for his survival.
We're just walking out of the party?
No,
In a democracy?
Party challenging her, and she cannot. The people like whoever previously challenged her, his protection lies in coming out openly. He should tell the country the truth. So he has a role to play.
And Dr. Swami, you've told us a lot of things today, a lot of food for thought for all those watching this chat.
Well, I am a great admirer of Andhra Pradesh, the Telugu people. I have relatives who are Telugus. I come from a village in Madurai, which is a Telugu-speaking village. So, because the Tirumala Nayaka, for whom our family was the Prime Minister and the Commander-in-Chief of the Army, he was a Telugu. I think the Telugu people, if they come out on the street, nobody can stop them.
Nobody can stop them, and that starts with Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy.
He can do it. He's got the capacity. And he owes it to the people of Andhra.
Sir, how do you see the Supreme Court in this issue? Not interfering, not wanting to interfere with the High Court?
Naturally, they want, when an investigation starts, they'll never interfere. Wild allegations in an FIR are enough for the Supreme Court to say.
Thank you very much, Dr. Swami, for speaking
Bye.
to Sakshi TV.
Bye. Namaskaram.